back, everybody. It's a bonus day here in the shop. It's that Thursday when all this crap is coming through. You might be able to hear it in the background, all the ice hitting the shop. But anyway, pumped. We get a day off work, but that means we'll probably have to work Saturday. So we'll see. So we're gonna come back out, get back on this, and
this.
So we showed the Ram fitting in there nice. So next on the list is just to really stress the steering effort. We're gonna pop this bad boy out. Full spool, Torque Masters full spool in there.
Where is it?
I brought it out.
We want to show it. I finally brought it out here.
There it is. So all the moving parts in the RS1 diff gets replaced by that freaking chunk of whatever. Chromoly, beautifulness, whatever. So yeah, that takes out all the moving parts in there.
So I'll be full-time four-wheel drive, which will not matter with the hydro steer.
Which, you know what?
What?
We're gonna have to put this on hold because I wanted to update the bearings on that. I forgot to order them.
You dirty, rotten scoundrel.
The Crash City Parts Department letting us
failed.
down. So yeah, but this is the plan. We're gonna put this and that, lock both wheels together. It'll be four-wheel drive all the time, which increases steering effort, which isn't gonna matter because of the hydro steer.
Now I have to step back and show this. Look how absolutely ridiculous Sprinkles looks without her suspension and tires. I mean, it cracks me up every time. I just had to show how stupid she looks.
I noticed in our last video too how bad the precision
powder coat
job of the powder coat that we got.
Yeah, definitely research your powder coaters better, because this has been the most disappointing thing.
Yeah, and the guy was actually proud of this. That guy that did the precision job of powder coating on Sprinkles. He was proud of this until we offered to go to the Heartland Challenge and show off his work in front of all of his racing crowd, and then he changed his subject. But like it's like ran downhill and covered up. It's bad. So anyway, enough on that. Enough of that. So yeah, so we're gonna rip this out. We're gonna get the diff out. I'll get parts ordered for that. But then this box comes out. It's got a bracket that I believe bolts to those holes. And we'll have to see, that bracket holds the orbital in, and the orbital will be up here, right at the stock steering length. The only thing is we might have to do is we might have to adjust this bracket because we didn't really measure this to get it into the factory exact location. We just got it to where it worked. So we'll see how it fits in there with the orbital. It should be fine because your steering shaft fits in fine. So anyway, I guess we'll get busy doing that. All right, so
A little bit of fab time.
a little bit of fab time. Okay, so we've got our definitely not fire resistant cardboard in there to block some of the sparkies.
Now, the reason we do have welding blankets, but they're coming undone and the fiberglass gets all over me, and I'm not in the mood for that today.
It's bad.
It's bad.
So anyway, in this kit comes with this bracket right here. So in your full body razor, this piece, and that's your OEM EPS motor mount. Well, that mounts around the brake pedal right there. So being a buggy, you know, everything's custom, moved around, different, but that's basically in the stock location. It's just, instead of being around the brake pedal, it's up on the frame right there. So on a full body, you would take that off, bolt that in, and it puts the orbital right where you want it for your steering. So we've got to cut that off and get that in there. We'll probably just weld this in here and run a little brace off of it because that orbital's freaking heavy.
Yes, it is.
Just because of the way we're mounting it, you wouldn't have to do it in the full body. So we're gonna cut that out, get that set in place, and do a little bit more. Move on a little further down the road there. So let the cutting begin.
Woo. It's all finished. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We're running into custom buggy problems that you won't have these problems on the full body.
No, but that's fine.
So, what we got?
Well, we cut the old EPS bracket off. You see all the grinding. And then we were trying to decide where to put the orbital. And then,
Because the bracket that comes with the kit, we held it up there and it puts the orbital right there on top of the brake reservoir. So we're going to do something a little different because this isn't a full body.
so I said, why don't we just put it right on the orbital and put the orbital here? So we're gonna have to do some fabricating.
Yeah.
And then the orbital will be tucked up nice in here. And I think that'll work much better for me and Sprinkles and the buggy.
Custom buggy
Custom.
problems. When you move stuff, pedals to reach your short little legs and get the steering wheel on your short little arms. And
I know, this is ridiculous. I mean, how short I am.
yeah, so
Sucks.
all the custom mounting we're having to do is, 5 times as long as what it would be on if we were putting it on Vlad. Maybe we should
Yeah.
just put it on Vlad.
I'm just gonna side eye you on that note. It's mine.
Yeah.
It's all mine.
So I think we've decided we're going to cut the old steering holder out of there and just make a plate and put that orbital right there. And then we'll just have a small little shaft about 6 inches.
Yeah.
Yawning.
Yes, I am.
Then that'll get your steering wheel the way we want it. And the thing is, we're going to a quick disconnect steering wheel is because, like, here, hold out your hand. So that bolts onto there for all you guys don't know. And then you squeeze
Ta-da.
and put it in there. And that's a nice tight fit.
And so when you go to park, you just squeeze and pull. Or if you're doing with hydro steers some sick donuts and want to show off and hold your steering wheel out the window, you can just quick disconnect it
I
real
can.
quick.
We just got a future, a glimpse into the future of what Amber's planning here once she gets this going again. So
Oh, you don't act like it wouldn't be impressive.
I know. So if you can, you should be able to. But anyway, there's no lock on the hydraulic steering, so your steering wheel could just keep going and going and going. So that'd be nice, to always be able to recenter your steering wheel if you are a driver that needs to have your steering wheel
Not
centered
me.
all the time.
This person ain't picky.
Yeah.
It
So,
could be like that and I don't care.
So yeah, we've spent a little bit of time just debating all the different locations, where to use the bracket, where to the best place for it, and then she came up with the idea of just like, hey, let's just chop all that crap out and put it right there.
I think it'd be the easiest at this point.
Yep. I agree. So,
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
yeah, so just been dealing with some custom buggy, not problems, but just, it's custom, so what's designed for full body doesn't work on the old sprinkleinator.
But it's nice that we can just fire up a plasma cutter and just change what we want. So, I mean, it's problems, but it's not problems.
Yeah.
I got a piece of metal in my hand.
I know.
There it is.
And we've not been able to film a lot of the scientifics of the location because that dude right there is heavy.
Yeah, it is.
It is heavy.
I got the metal out.
Good.
I won't bleed to death or die now.
Not from a metal sliver.
I hope not.
So, all right, well, we will get to chopping and cutting and fabbing. I think we're probably just going to cut the bracket on that and set the face of it right in there. And we'll weld it right in there, and then the orbital sits up in there nice. The hoses can go either. Nice. The hoses can either go out the bottom or out the side, whatever we want to do. Because whatever we want to do.
Whatever Sprinkles wants to do.
Yep.
She's the boss.
It's all right. So I guess that's what we're working on next, and
I feel fast already.
we'll get that out and give an update here in a minute.
Speaking of fast,
Get something tacked in where you can show off some welding skills. She doesn't like welding in front of the camera.
well, you know how mean everybody is, and the keyboard warriors, and
Never
they're
welded
just
a
like,
day in their life that doesn't realize you can't stack dimes really with a MIG welder.
yeah, I mean, they can look good, but I don't know. It's just always the keyboard warriors that people don't want to share stuff, I guess, because there's always somebody who could do it better that's never done it before.
Oh yeah. Or somebody who's doing it but think they're doing it better because they think they're something they're not. I don't know. It's a weird world we live in. Everybody's got to be something. I don't know.
And I ain't nothing but Sprinkles' sugar mama. That's what I am.
All
Yes, sugar baby, whatever you want.
Let's get back at it. It's on fire!
Grief.
Help!
It's still on fire. Man, them some terrible looking welds.
No, they're good. They're sticking.
Ugly as shit.
Our grinder, which is me, didn't get all the powder coat up enough. Ground up high enough on that tubing. Oh yeah, worms. Oh, that's pretty. All right, finish up that side. Look at that now. That's good. It's very good.
Look at me, I'm all, yo, what's up?
You were stressing out.
You know, I don't like you videoing me doing work. Don't show that top part again. Good grief.
Oh, real quick, the top part's good. It's just you were fighting that powder coat. I told them I didn't get it all the way ground off high enough by the time you decided where you wanted your It was a
It's stuck on there.
it was a balancing act because I was holding the orbital, was bolted to the plate there. We cut that off the bracket to reuse that because we were too lazy to cut out them holes. So like I was in there holding the orbital and everything, and I had a tube on the end of the shaft, and then she was holding the steering wheel centered where she wanted it. And then I was like, we got it all positioned just right, and she had the welder about like that, about ready to go. So she dropped the steering wheel and tried to reach over there and tack that in. So I mean, we need like a camera person because it would have been great, the struggle that was going on.
That would have been.
So no, that's good.
Orbital
It's all good.
engaged.
So we gotta get some bolts, some right sized length bolts for the orbital, but then we'll get that in there, and then what do you want to do next? Mount the pump?
Yeah.
Which we can't show that, I don't think. I think that's super top secret still.
I think so.
So we'll get the pump mounted in there, and then what? We've got the hoses from the rack to the orbital. We weren't sure, like if you get this kit for your RZR, it'll come with all the hoses and everything. We told Mike to not send the hoses for the pump to the orbital because we weren't sure where we're going to mount the pump at. We didn't know if it was going to go in the back, in the front. It is kind of bulky, big-er, so
We got plenty of room for it.
yeah, we got plenty of room for it. It's just like the best place to put it, and you know, it's not too big, obviously, to not go on a full body somewhere. So yeah, just custom buggy means some custom fab install. So we just figured instead of doing all this off camera, we just capture some of it the best we can with just the two of us. And,
I know.
but so there's where we're at. If you made it this far, thank you for watching.
Yes.
And yeah, so we're probably what, a couple videos away from a test run. Probably, because there's still some little things I need to order. I got her bearings ordered for the full spool Sandcraft bearing kit, heavy duty bearings.
Yay for me and Sprinkles.
Since we're in there, and we would have to press off the bearings off the old hubs anyway, might as well just get new upgraded good bearings.
You know, I won't complain.
Sprinkles is nickel and diming us to death.
Doesn't she always?
Always.
I mean, it's always something. And it's not always something just because something's breaking. Just as she wants.
Yeah, and we still have to pay for the rack at the end of testing. I'm sure we're not going to send it back because she's already super excited about it. It's been on their RZR for over a year and has worked flawlessly. So not sponsored product here. We are paying for it at the end of testing, so it's all good. We earn our keep, if you know what I mean.
Try to.
So, all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.